Hey, what's going on, Coach? So I had a question for you. This is your second year coaching the Celtics. Winning the championship your first year, how do you keep the team motivated, and what was the message going into this season so that you do not start to fall off and get complacent?
Yeah, I mean, I think just have understanding what the process of winning goes into. I think there's a lot of stuff that you could do there. One, there's an understanding of the team we play for, the responsibility and the ownership that we have to moving the franchise forward from the people that came before us. And then I think just, sticking to the process of winning on what that looks like on a daily basis. Just having an understanding of what that is day in and day out.
Joe, I know you mentioned the rotation switch up the other day. Have you liked how that's looked over the last 3 games here? And what do you feel like you're getting out of that, having 2 Tatum stints and the longer Jaylen stint to begin the first?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the way we played in general as a team the last couple games. Just kind of like the intentions. I think the process towards where we're trying to get to has gotten a little bit better, and we just got to kind of continue that going forward.
And Jason mentioned you kind of went to him with that and said, all right, with Kristaps being back, things are going to be a little different, trying to change some stuff there. I know you've liked their flexibility with that process. What are those conversations like with those guys going into games about those substitution patterns?
Just conversations, just having an understanding of, here's what we're doing, here's why this makes sense, making sure we're on the same page about what gives us the best chance to win night in and night out. At the same time, develop as a team, different things that we may need going, in the future.
Joe, you were familiar with Peyton before you became the head coach. When you became the head coach, what kind of role did you envision for him, and how has he fared?
Yeah, I mean, it was we had the summer I had coached in summer league was really the beginning of our relationship. Just what he was able to do as a point guard and the time we spent together, and I think just I've always known what he was capable of. Whether that was offensively or defensively. So, and I think the thing that really respect is just his competitive nature. So. He has an innate ability to be, just competitive every day, and loves the process of just getting better. And you see that kind of, growing even more and more, and just finding different ways to impact the game, whether it's offensively or defensively. But his competitive nature is the best thing about him.
Joe, in a game like tonight, where the Clippers have most of their rotation out, you probably don't have like regular film that you can go through. How different is the preparation process when it's kind of more of a blank slate? You don't know exactly who's going to be the primary scorers tonight.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, they got there's the personnel tendencies on what you have, and you can go back and watch some things, and they'll plug guys into the system with which they use their other guys in. And so I think it's just having a clear understanding of the tendencies, and then offensively. Just trying to be prepared for what they may or may not do, but should have that anyway. Depending upon what type of coverage they're going to have. The game will tell you immediately kind of where we need to go from an offensive standpoint, but defensively, it's the attention to detail on the personnel.
So does it feel like not too dissimilar from a regular NBA game where you are familiar with the starting five? Like, is it actually from a preparation standpoint pretty similar?
It's an NBA game. Yeah.
One more question, Coach. So also with the three-point attempts you guys take the last couple of seasons, is that more of you as a coach or more so your personnel thinking that more so three-point attempts is better for the team?
I think the most important thing is just getting the best shot depending upon the coverage that it has for you. And so over the last 2 years, we've seen different coverages that presents different solutions to those coverages. And so as long as we're making the right play based on what that is and create those opportunities through 2-on-1s and the proper spacing, our points per shot offense is right at the top, and so wherever that shot is, we just got to make sure we fight for those.
Injury updates, there's nothing online yet.
There's
So
no updates.
is Drew going to try and go?
Waiting to hear from the medical staff. We'll see how he feels, but there's no updates. So then a follow-up question to that would not,
Drew
no
specific,
update
or-
to the question.
The bigs. Thank you.
Yep.
Joe, I know you haven't been in here very long yet, but what are your first impressions of this arena just in the time you have been in here for the first time?
It's nice. I mean, it's new. I haven't paid too much. I mean, the visitors' locker room is nice. That's important. I spent a lot of time before the game in there, but I haven't been out to the court yet, and I haven't seen it. But, I mean, the outside of it aesthetically looks pretty nice. So, we'll see what the court looks like when we get out there.
Coach, a couple days ago, you talked about how Jaylen's using his platform and doing big things. From your time off the court with him, how unique is he? How much depth does he have? Do you guys try to solve the world's issues together? Like, what is it like talking to him?
It's great. I mean, all these guys do, and so I probably don't get to talk about that enough. But they all make me a better person in some capacity, just by who they are. And I think being relatively around their age, you're just kind of able to grow with them individually. Some are single, some have wives and kids, some married, and so you're able to build there. But Jaylen makes me just a better person because of his passion to just go after stuff. I mean, he wants to take on everything. He wants to be just as impactful off the court as he wants to be on the court, and he's got a great growth mindset to just taking on anything and trying to get better at it. And so, whether it's history, whether it's military, whether it's community work, we enjoy the conversations to really stretch each other to get better. So I'm grateful for that. Thanks.